Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. I just come across this article, and everybody's wondering what to do out there with their money, whether they should leave it in the market or pull out. And so this might clear up some information for you. It might also confuse you, or you can leave your comments as to what you're doing in the stock market. But this is just going to be a quick video on this, so it's just found it kind of interesting. But should you pull your money out of the stock market right now is the question, and this is just 5 days ago, so it's definitely been a difficult time for investors, and that's a definite understatement, with major market indexes being down significantly. A lot of people are seeing losses in their portfolios, and if you're one of them, you may be inclined to ditch your stocks before more damage ensues. By pulling your money out of the stock market right now is a move you might sorely regret. So I did that once in a certain stock. I don't remember which stock it was, but I thought it couldn't go up, and so I sold. And I don't know, a couple days later, whatever it was, it might have been Chevron was one of them, and then it ended up going up, and I could have made a little bit more money on it just by leaving it, but you never know. So it's kind of a gamble at times, but so just kind of need to stay the course. But at this point, your portfolio might be down 25-30% year to date. Mine pretty much is, but it kind of presents a buying opportunity. But if that's the case, logic might be liquidating your stocks now means avoiding a scenario when you're looking at 40 to 50% loss. But again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. I mean, a lot of my portfolio's down, a lot of it's in the red, but I haven't sold any of it. I've bought some more on certain things, but not a whole lot, because I don't know if we're at the bottom yet, so who knows. So it's easy to understand that line of thinking, but one thing to remember is that any loss you're seeing in your portfolio right now is a hypothetical one, not an actual one. So it's not an actual one until you actually sell it. Your portfolio might be down, but the only time you lose money is when you sell. So I mean, you can leave it there and it might come back up, just like the market does. So usually in more of a bull trend than what we are a bear trend, but sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get out of the bear. So but you'll convert a potential loss into an actual loss, and that's a move that could hurt you financially for many years to come. And then you'd have to make up that or work a little bit longer. So, but now is really not the time to pull money out of the stock market. Only exception if you have a stock in your portfolio that was performing poorly before the recent downturn. If you don't have a lot of faith, it's the ability to recover, and you may be better off taking a loss on the individual stock and using it to your advantage. But broadly speaking, you should not be dumping stocks right now. So, but take the article's word for it. Don't take mine. I'm not going to tell you to buy or sell anything. I just kind of showing you what I'm looking at, what sounds interesting, and just kind of building the community and compare notes and everything, so, and seeing what people out there are investing in. So but it certainly isn't the first time the stock market has tanked, and likely won't be the last. But do keep in mind that the stock market has a long history of recovering from downturns, and if you keep your portfolio intact, you may find in a year from now that your balance will be back to where it was before this recent decline, or you may find that you're up from where you were in the start of 2022. So a lot of things were up in January. If I knew what was going to happen, I would have sold everything in January and rebought everything back now. So, but that's not the case. If that's the case, everybody would be rich. That's what everybody would be doing. So. Furthermore, if the money in your portfolio is earmarked for a life goal like retirement, and you have another 15 to 25 years in the workforce ahead of you, that there's no reason to assume this current downturn will hurt you in the long-term plans. It does hurt today, but years down the road, it's going to come back up. So may make up for a temporary uneasiness, but if you leave your portfolio alone, you'll set up yourself to get through this downturn unscathed. So if you sell investments out of panic, you might lock in losses you might never quite manage to fully recover. So if you sell them and it goes back up, you'll never recover from it, and then you'll be wanting to buy back in and so on. So while this may seem counterintuitive, now is actually a pretty good time to add to your portfolio if you happen to have a cash laying around or the ability to use part of your paycheck for investing purposes. That's what I've been doing. So I've been watching Google and Amazon and a couple other ones, but the fact that the broad market is down means that you might scoop up quality stocks at a discount, and if you hold these for a long time, you could profit quite nicely. So say what you want about Ford. I think Ford's about $12, $13, $14 right now. I was buying Ford April of 2020, just to give you an example, for $5 and change, sometimes about in the $4.90 range. So did have a nice run up to about $20, $25, I think was the high, 25 and change. So just to give you a quick analogy, but when it went down, I think my cost basis was 10 or 11, maybe 15, and then I bought some at those prices, and high 4s and low 5s, and it's looking pretty good now. So just wanted to throw that out there. And you can leave in the comments whether you should pull out or what stocks you're pulling out of and what ones you're buying. That would be interesting to know as well. So I just did a video on some energy stocks, so you can watch that one. That one will be in the library by the time this one is. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.